Oh, that cheese sauce is. Oh my gosh, that's.
Hey everyone, Jacalyn Maines here, your hostess with the mostest at America's Best Restaurants. Today we are in Broadalbin, New York, checking out Stacy's Scratch Kitchen. I cannot wait to hear all the scratch deliciousness that she has made up for us. Let's go check it out. So now I'm back in the kitchen with Stacy of Stacy's Scratch Kitchen, owner and chef extraordinaire. All right, girl. Yeah.
All right.
What are you making for me, sister?
We're going to do the surf and turf mac and cheese.
Ooh, okay.
So we are going to...
I see you already got some steak.
Yeah, we have our steak prepped.
Me.
We're going to take a little more lobster meat that's already been pulled, and we're going to put it in our saucepan. Okay. Of course, we add butter because butter makes everything better.
Of course you do.
Butter, bacon, and cheese. Okay.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
So I'm doing a little lobster stock, white wine in the pan to start.
Okay.
Other things that we won't talk about. And then once this is warming up for us, we're going to take heavy cream.
Yes.
Because heavy cream also makes everything better.
True.
And
gives it that
now
richness.
I do this every single time for every order. I do it fresh. Freshingtons.
Fabulous.
So we're gonna reduce.
That's like the whole basis of your entire concept, right? Is like fresh from scratch.
From scratch, fresh. You know, basically just get really good ingredients and stay out of the ingredients' way. Let the ingredients do the work for you.
Gotcha.
You know?
Let the lobster speak for itself.
Yes.
Let the steak speak for itself.
I mean, it gave its life once. We don't have to re-kill it, you know. It's already delicious. I love it. So, reduce. You know, now it seems like it takes forever when I have tickets hanging.
Right. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like burnt. You're like, oh my, I'm burning. Now I need it to go fast.
No worries. That
I'll do a little
me.
tap dance while we wait.
We can do that. We can do that.
I want to eat cheese and lobster and steak.
I'm so impressed that like you're just naturally gifted in cooking. Like that's amazing.
Well, did they teach Picasso how to paint? You know, did he go to?
There you go. I mean, can't argue with that.
Sorry, CIA kids. Sorry. So I just put in a bunch of different cheese blends. Like there's Gouda, there's Gruyere, there's cheddar, white cheddar. We bring all
the white cheeses.
All those kids. I'm not big on the yellow cheese.
Well, these cheeses have like a lot more depth.
Yes. And like, why is the cheese yellow? I don't know. Cows, it doesn't come out of the cow yellow.
That is a valid point. That is a very valid point.
Why? Why is that yellow?
Oh, that looks so creamy.
So there's a couple different
What are you putting in there? Can you tell me?
I do like salt, a little pepper. I do a little Old Bay because
the
Old Bay brings that seafood taste to it. So
I can see where you're going there.
It's not like naturally thought about in mac and cheese, but it kind of like works.
That's why I asked, because I saw the color go. I was like, well, what is she doing?
And it gives it kind of a little pink hue with our lobster stock that we use. So I like to leave mine creamy. A lot of people like will bake it. There's like two schools of thought on mac and cheese, creamy or like baked.
Okay.
I leave this creamy for this because it's more of like a seafood stock, almost like a Newburg. You know, it's a little different. I call it mac, but it's like kind of elevated, I guess you would say.
Not surprised.
That's what I kind of take. I like to take things, home cooked things, and like elevate them. You know, like things that you've had growing up, and then take it and like
adult style.
Yeah, like bring it up a couple notches, and then
Oh my gosh.
Strip. Sometimes I do this with different cuts. Today I have a strip. Sometimes I'll do it with like beef tenderloin.
That's so pretty. You gotta see it. Get in there, get in there. Oh.
Well, maybe we'll chop them. Chop a little.
So talk to me a little bit about your menu.
So our menu has 6 core items.
Okay.
Which is our lobster roll, our lobster roll, our French onion burger. We do a beer battered haddock. There's a black and blue salad. There's a summer salad. And then a hippie chicken, which is a fried chicken sandwich with this aioli, this sriracha honey aioli that's very popular in bacon. We keep those, but then all of the entrees we change every single week. So it changes weekly. Oh, I'll give you, let me crostinis, right?
Okay, I'm just gotta smell it.
Crostinis, maybe a lemon,
Get in here, look at this.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh, and a lemon too.
There you go.
She keeps like decorating it. I'm
I do
all
that.
trying to like scoop in here. Sorry, keep talking to me about your menu.
That's, we change it weekly, all the entrees. So we basically start from scratch every week with new menu ideas.
That keeps it fun for you.
Yeah, it keeps it
For
fun,
your
like,
regulars.
because I think you get stale when you keep doing the same 5 entrees week after week after month. It's like that band that had the hit and they're like, please stop, we don't want to play
I can do more than that.
Or it's like having a new boyfriend every week, right? Like,
I love that.
it's so fun. We're going on our first date again. He's so cute. Instead of like, oh this
my
guy
God.
got to pick up his laundry again.
Yes.
You know,
Oh
so
my gosh.
it makes you excited about the dishes.
That's
Again,
such a fantastic
so people, they'll have
comparison.
like 2 specials, a lot of people, and then so I was like, why not just make everything special, right? Because who doesn't want to be special?
Right. And like I said, it keeps it fun and interesting for you. You don't get bored back here, they don't get bored out there.
I don't get bored, they don't get, and you also can get what's in fresh. So like things like your vegetables, different kinds of, even like say crab, soft shell crab is in at one time in the season, then you can do your soft shell crab. It gives you flexibility, and also right now with food prices, if something goes like sky high, like you don't have to stay, you're not in, like, you have to get that product every week.
Like in the pocket. You don't have to stay right there.
You can change.
Go out of the box. With I have a feeling this lady's an out of the box kind of lady.
Out of the box. Yes, definitely.
All right. Okay. I've got a fork here. Oh, you want to do this with me?
Oh, sure.
Let's try it together. Come on. All right. I'm going to get some of this creaminess here. Oh, look at that. Look at you already dove in. I'm like trying to pick the perfect bite.
Oh, that cheese sauce is, oh my gosh, that's,
I could drink that sauce, girl. I just like put it straight in my mouth. Oh, and that lobster is beautiful. It is succulent. Nice.
It's just a little, poach it slow, butter. Lobster
And
was made to be delicious.
This is a hug. You just hugged me in my mouth. All right.
So,
I gotta try one more of your staples.
Yeah.
So how about you work on that for me, and we'll meet out there and we'll chat a little bit more.
Thank you.
All right, Stacy, I want to hear more about how Stacy's Scratch Kitchen came to life.
Well, we actually started out in a food trailer to begin with last April. So I've been working in the commercial kitchen industry for a long time, and I am an elder, shall we say, in the business. So
me too.
So I was like, well, if I'm going to continue to do this, I kind of want to go on my own. It's like time.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of a baby step for me to do the food trailer because it's a lot less red tape. And it's easier to get going as far as financially than a brick and mortar.
Sure. Yeah.
And I basically wanted to model my food truck over a lot of the things you see like in California and Seattle, like this foodie movement where a lot of chefs are going into smaller spaces like a food truck and doing like their niche things. So more of like basically a restaurant type of business model, not a food trailer per se. So I stayed in 2 different spots. I didn't like move. Okay. So I stayed in one spot all summer, and then I moved for fall and winter to a different spot. And then this brick and mortar became available during the time I had the trailer, and I had built this big following, and they're all like, come on, go into that space. We would love it if you went there. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm, you know, being a woman, I'm like we're more like apprehensive, I think. We're more logical.
Second guessing ourselves.
It's more like logic, I think. I feel like it's more logical because we're like, okay, pros and cons. You know, we don't just jump in like, yeah, we can do this. Like we kind of like make this mental list, like, okay, here's all the pluses. Yeah, these are the minuses. So I was like interested because I always wanted to do it. And I was like, you can do this. And stop doubting yourself. So I came to look at it.
Love that.
And
do the thing.
Yeah, it's an all-woman line too. All women in the back too. So
currently,
yes.
Yes, so, I love that, and I want to talk more about that. Before you dive into getting into this space, tell me a little bit of the food that you were making in the food truck that got you the following that you had.
I did more of a restaurant menu. So I was doing like lobster rolls and these huge fish and chips. And everything from scratch. Then I started doing, as I was building momentum and a following that trusted me, because you gotta earn their trust first. Then I started doing like seafood pomodoro and like, you know, fried burrata salads and like all of this really crazy stuff that you think, you know, people are like, how are you doing this out of a food truck? But I've always actually worked in very small kitchens. Okay. So I kind of have had a lot of experience with producing a lot of food with very little space and very little equipment. Way to use like what you had experience in and like capitalize on that. I love that. I didn't have like, you know, 8 people on the line. You know, there was like 3 people on the line, and we had a very small line, and we have 600 tables sometimes a night. So for me, that small, the kitchen in the trailer was about the same size as the kitchen almost that I worked in. Okay, and you were like, this is, I was like, no problem. Yeah, like, I got this. Just gotta think, use your imagination, and you know, think out of the box a little. Sure. Which I'm an out of the box kind of gal. Yeah. So then I came and looked at the restaurant, and everything was here, turnkey. The owners were super supportive. The ex-owners and great. And I was like, all right, it's now or never. Like if I don't do this, I can't call up any of my friends complaining about like, why did this guy put this on the menu? Why are they rating this kind of menu? Like you have to be like, no, you had your shot and you were too chicken. And you can't complain anymore. And you can't complain anymore. So I was like, all right. And then we went ahead and went and purchased the property, and I was like having a mental breakdown for like 4 weeks. I kept having like a almost like panic attack. Yeah, basically like little mini panic attack. People were like, "Congratulations!" I was like, "Congratulations on what? Needing a psychiatrist? Like, what are you congratulating? Like needing?" Was it like nervous, excited, or really just more nervous? Nervous, excited, but also like I knew all of this steps now. Like I had to find a front of the house manager, a bartender, so all the details, like people in the back, dishwashers, like all of, you know, getting your liquor, you know, license and all the paperwork for that. It's just a lot of more paperwork, where in the truck it was just about the food. Like it was just me and what I like to do. It was like just, you know, it's like white noise when I'm doing what I want to do. It's just perfect. So like now I have like all of these other variables that I can't control either, because there was always just me on the truck. Everything that came out of the truck was from my hands. So you had to like delegate and let go a little bit. That's hard. That can be hard. So I'm like, oh, this is like, but then I started doing like small pop-up events in here before we opened, and that like got me used to the kitchen, and you know, and every kitchen's different, every line's different. It's like driving a car. You know how to drive, but you get behind someone else's car and it kind of feels funky. You know, you're like, where's the windshield wipers? So it was a nice way to start slowly and get used to what I had, you know, to work with back there, and how I was going to set things up. But yeah, that's our. You can talk about it if you want. Yeah, this is a fish and chip. So yeah, we do a 12 ouncer, so she's a big piece. And we always get fresh, never frozen, haddock, never even frozen at sea. And Then we do our homemade beer batter, which we make in-house.
Taste it.
And that's our own concoction that I've played with too to get like exactly the way I want. It's homemade tartar.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah, it's a little different.
What?
We use dill pickle and real dill in it, so it's a little different than this, sweet relish.
That's probably why I love it.
Yeah, I love dill pickle.
Dill.
I don't like sweet.
Like I
Yeah.
can eat the heck out of some dill pickle. So
I
it's a
cook
great
the things
compliment.
that I like. That's the way I always like. If I want to eat it, then that's what I put on my menu, kind of thing. So I have had some people ask me about like vegan stuff and vegetarian stuff. I'm like, I'll try, but like
That's not how you eat normally.
It's not what I do. Like, so I do a little of that, but like it's harder for me because I just always do the things that I know how to do and I know how to do them well, type of thing, because it's what I want to eat.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that. I get that. That's how I like to cook too.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make what I want to eat. So tell me, why was it so important for you to keep your back of house female?
I actually
I want to hear more about this. I love it, and I want to hear more.
It kind of happened.
No offense, dude, but I just love, girl power.
Yeah,
I just do.
It actually happened really organically. I didn't even
like it wasn't like in your brain.
It wasn't a conscious choice. Like I'm like, yo, men, they're banded. Like no, it was like my daughter. Savannah's always worked with me, like every kitchen I go to on the line. So I was like, why don't you come on? And she's basically like my second pair of hands on the line.
Awesome. And then, I love that you work alongside your daughter.
Yeah, it can be great or not. Depends on the day. No, it's usually really great until it's not. That's why I thought, no, it's really
get
good.
that. I totally get that. I have a daughter. I get it. I can't stop eating
well,
this.
I've like trained like her. She does everything the way I do it because we've worked together for so long. And then we had the dishwasher had a friend, and she was like, oh, she really loves the restaurant industry, but she doesn't want to be waitress. She thinks she could do the back. And so we started training Amanda, and she's worked out really great. So I was
she's got like a really great connect.
I was like, it is always, it's nice. I'm not gonna like, it's like very less ego-y, shall we say. It's like just working as a team, getting it done. Everybody has each other's back, and it's just like teamwork. So it's not really about like, showing off per se. It's just like getting our jobs done, and like it's very
put your head down and do your work.
Do our work, and it works out great. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna roll with an all-women line.
I love it.
Not that makes me sad.
Okay, so tell us how we can find you online.
We do have an Instagram account. We have.
Is it just Stacy's
SSK Kitchen?
Okay, cool.
And then we have a Facebook under Stacy's Scratch Kitchen. We actually have 2 right now because I'm old and don't know how to use Facebook. So when I first started the account,
we'll make sure we link the right one for you.
I was like, I started it as a personal account. I don't know. It's like before my jam, like I had the flip phone, the Nokia, you flipped it. That's what was like,
yeah.
It was a little before my time. So we have two right now.
Do you manage both of them, or do you just?
Yeah, right now, believe it or not, because I have so many followers on the other one that haven't crossed over to the other one.
Okay.
So I haven't I keep saying like, hey, come over
to
here,
this one.
but they haven't yet. So I'm like double posting now.
Oh my goodness.
A lot. So
okay.
Hopefully we'll get there. I can't merge them. They won't let you merge them either because one's personal, so you can't merge them. I don't know.
I get.
Yes. They should probably just not let me have Facebook. Like they should just be like, you can't use this.
So Instagram and Facebook, and then a website as well.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and a website. Yeah.
That's our, where to find this out of the box scratch cooking sassafras lady online, and then of course, if you're in Broadalbin, then you got to come here.
Oh, if you're anywhere, you need to come here.
That's right. You need to travel the distance.
Saratoga, please come here. You don't have to pay Saratoga tax. That's what we call it, the bougie tax.
But get out of the. Just knock it out of the park meal.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Everything has been so delicious.
Thank you. Yeah,
I can tell this scratch cooking is where it's at.
I'm a mental patient. Right.
Well, folks, this is Stacy's Scratch Kitchen, and the only thing missing is you. I'm Jacalyn Maines, your hostess with the mostest at ABR. And until next time, where we show you where the best local eats are. Bye, everyone.